What's up, everybody? It's your boy. Let us pray. Hope you're having a blessed and a prosperous day. If you're here, smash that like and subscribe button for your boy. We here with Game 2. Recap of the Golden State Warriors versus the Boston Celtics. Uh, Warriors down 0-1. Celtics versus Warriors today. Chase Center. Warriors need to bounce back in a big way. And boy, did they ever. Start out by saying this. Warriors played 3 good quarters in game 1. Celtics played 1 amazing quarter, which happened to be the fourth quarter. And that was the difference of the game. I didn't expect Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors to panic, make any drastic moves, but I did expect them to bounce back and to be extremely focused going into game 2. And you pretty much saw that today from the Golden State Warriors. You saw a pumped up, intensified Draymond Green. That's what I like to see, man. I like to see Draymond in his element. I like to see him getting chippy. I like to see him talking trash. I like all of that. Bring all of that, Draymond. But also put the ball in the basket. Put the ball in the basket, Draymond. We saw a little bit of that today from Draymond. I love it. Defensively, he set the tone from the opening tip. He tied up Al Horford there at the top of the key, reached in, tried to wrestle the ball away, wrestle for it, end up getting that jump ball. That set the tone for the rest of the game, honestly. Draymond Green, without the numbers, player of the game today for me. He set the tone from the beginning. Showed the Boston Celtics that it's not going to happen from the opening. We here. You're going to feel us. Steve Kerr talks about it all the time. We're going to play with force, and we're going to dictate. We're going to dictate the tempo. We're going to dictate what we want to give you on the defensive end when we're playing defense. If Al Horford's going to beat us from 3, if Derek White's going to beat us from 3, Marcus Smart going to beat us from 3, Grant Williams going to beat us from 3, okay. But we're not going to let Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum just pick us apart all game. Going to make these other guys beat us. And you saw that from the Warriors. Similar game plan. Not a lot of zone today. More man-to-man. Some switching. You saw some, hedging and recovery. You saw a little bit of everything. But more force. More force. The Warriors played with much more force today. And they played like a team that was desperate to get a win because they were desperate to get a win. Could not go down 0-2 to Boston heading into Game 3. So let's look at some of these stats, man. Let's look at some of the stats. We have huge change to the lineup today. First of all, no Andre Iguodala, out with knee soreness. Insert Young Glove, GP2. He was my X factor, one of my X factors for the Golden State Warriors. This series didn't play game 1. I was really surprised. I thought that was a game where he could have came in and made a big difference. But I guess Steve Kerr wasn't really, didn't really want to pull. I don't know. I don't know what he was pulling on game 1, but GP2 said he was ready. He been ready. And Steve Kerr trusted him today. He got out there and played very well. Played with, man, he plays how he plays, man. Gets into people. Got out on the break. Finished around the rim. I love GP2's game, man. He brings that intensity. He brings that fire. He brings that defensive presence that the Warriors needed. Offensively, I think the Warriors will be able to score plenty points to beat Boston 3 more times. But defensively, we need some guys that's going to stay locked in on Brown, stay locked in on Tatum, stay locked in on these other guys too, White and Marcus Smart as well. So glad to see GP2, Young Glove, back in the lineup today. First half was pretty much a wash, back and forth. Warriors have a 2 point lead going into halftime. You did see the Warriors seem to make a more conscious effort in getting to the rim. Uh, excuse me. Golden State Warriors got some of the Celtics in foul trouble early on in that first quarter. Really, you had Brown with two. You had, I think, even Tatum had two, and someone else had two. So yeah, six fouls right there. Steph got to the free throw line early, and the Warriors were able to get in that penalty. I think that's huge because the Warriors have three of the best free throw shooters in this series between probably Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Jordan Poole. If we can just get them to the free throw line and get those easy twos, man, that's huge for this team. Get easy twos and set up the defense coming back. That's huge. So a more conscious effort of getting to the free throw line today from the Warriors. You saw that from the jump. More aggressive going to the hole. Um, More aggressive on the drives, straight line drives. Not as much back and forth with the ball. From Steph Curry, I mean, he's gonna do his thing. He gonna dance on you. He gonna break your ankles every now and then. From Klay, you saw a lot more drive to the basket from Klay. Jordan Poole, you saw Poole getting to the rim, less dancing, making a quick, decisive decision, and getting to the rim, or step back, pulling up for the shot. Whatever Poole party wants to do, he's gonna do. But you saw him making decisions a lot quicker today, and I think that was something that they probably talked about after game one, needing to focus on making quick decisions against this defense. The defense is too good to let the ball stick in one guy's hands for 10, 15 seconds in the shot clock. Their defense is built for that. Um, Saw that from the Warriors. I liked what they did offensively. Um, you saw a lot more motion in game one, and that was something I thought they would do a lot more against Boston. But Boston actually defended that very well. So today, you saw a lot more pick and roll. A lot more pick and roll with Steph and with Poole. A lot more pick and roll today. I didn't think they would milk it like they did today, but they got some really good results out of it. Um, they caught the big man playing drop coverage against Steph in the pick and roll at least 3 or 4 times today, and he hit just about each one when they went into drop coverage. So they kept going to the pick and roll, kept going to it. Steph was aggressive, whether he was shooting off that pick and roll or whether he was getting into the lane and trying to, set it up for someone else. He was really aggressive, and I liked it. They kept going to it because it kept working. So I liked the adjustment from Steve Kerr there as well, because they were switching the motion, the pin downs, pretty well, pretty well at the beginning of this game in game two. So they went to more pick and roll, and it was very successful, very successful. This game ultimately turned in the third quarter. What is about the Warriors and the third quarter? Warriors always seem to be those second half dubs, the third quarter dubs. What is it? It was no exception today. Golden State Warriors outscored the Celtics 35-14 in the third quarter, blow this game completely open, and it was highlighted by a 39-foot bomb from Jordan Poole as the buzzer went off. Yeah, that boy Poole pulled up about 2 steps in front of half court and bow, let that thing fly. And it was a pool party all up in Chase Center. Yeah. And the game was pretty much over after that. Warriors had a 20-plus point lead after that three from Jordan Poole to end the third quarter. And you can see that just took the win out of the sails for the Boston Celtics. Let's look at some of the final scores, stats from Boston. We had Jason Tatum. He had 28 points today. But if you look at his numbers, they're kind of misleading. 28 points on 19 shots. He was 6 of 9 from three, so he was finding his rhythm a little bit from three. But 28 points on 19 shots, and he was 6 for 8 from the free throw line, and a minus 36 in the plus minus today. That's pretty bad. It was the worst plus minus in the game tonight. Jason Tatum minus 36. Jaylen Brown was hot early, but he cooled off. He ended up with 17. He had more than half of those in the first quarter. He ended up being 5 of 17, which is 29.4% for the game, which is atrocious. 3 of 9 from three, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, and a minus 10 in the plus minus for him. Marcus Smart, pretty much a non-factor tonight. 1 of 6 from the field. That's 16%. A pedestrian 16%. 2 points on the night, minus 12. I could go on and on, but I think you get the picture. One guy who really didn't have as big of an impact as he did in the first game, Robert Williams. You may want to follow him, man. Big center, likes to jump around, block shots. He took a hit. He took a hit tonight by his own player. Marcus Smart rolled up on his leg, and it's already known that Robert Williams III had a knee procedure. So it'll be interesting to see how he looks in Game 3. I don't wish injury on anybody, but he definitely looked hobbled out there today, and they took him out the game. He did not come back in the fourth quarter, so we'll see how he looks in Game 3. Al Horford, Al Buckets, Big Al. I was choked up after his Game 1 performance. He had a career night, hit 7 3-pointers. I'm like, there's no way Al Horford is hitting 7 3-pointers again. Probably in his life, unless he's playing in the driveway or at the YMCA somewhere. You got to play the percentages, man. 2 points tonight for Al Horford. Only 2 points. This man hit 7 threes last game. 7. Only 2 points tonight for Big Al. Minus 15 today for Al Horford. You didn't expect him to come out and duplicate what he did. I mean, like I said, those guys had the game of their life on Friday night. The games of their life. I mean, capsule that. Hope you got it on video. Show it to your kids and your grandkids. Look what I did at the NBA Finals. I ain't gonna say it ever gonna happen again, but can it happen 4 times in a 7-game series? I think not. Let's look at some of the Warriors players. Also, Derek White was killing us last game. Derek White tonight, he was 4 of 13. Not as successful. He had 6 threes in the first game. Tonight, he was 2 of 4 from 3. Which is not bad, 50%. But he only had 12 points, and he was a minus 17 in the plus minus tonight. So, yeah, Warriors kept him under wraps as well. And like I said, I think the defense was ultimately what led to this Warriors victory. The defense just looked a lot stronger, and they dictated what they wanted the Celtics to do. The Celtics wanted to get downhill and kick the ball out, but the Warriors were good on their rotations for the most part. Couple lapses there early on in the first half. Steve Kerr called some timeouts, some good timeouts. Got in those guys' faces, got in their ears, and made sure we get this thing right. Also inserting Gary Payton II into the lineup. I mean, he's a defensive magician. So having him out there is huge for the Warriors' chances for success. Andrew Wiggins also. Can't say enough about Andrew Wiggins. He missed some layups early on in the first half. And that was kind of like, Andrew, what are you doing? But he had some huge offensive rebounds as well. Some huge ones that ended up leading to possibly 3s or 2s or free throws. So Andrew Wiggins had a really big imprint on this game. Can't say enough about his defense as well. He had 11 points out there tonight. He was just solid all the way around. 6 boards. Like I said, some huge offensive rebounds. He had 3 of them tonight. He hit 2 threes, 2 of his 3 attempts. But he was ultimately 4 of 12 from the field. But he was a plus 19 and a plus minus. So good job, Wig. He's taking on the assignment of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as well. So he's spending a lot of energy on defense. Draymond Green, like I said, his presence was felt tonight. Got to the free throw line 7 times. That's huge for Draymond. Means he was being aggressive offensively. That's what we need. He had 9 points tonight. 2 of 3 from the field. He was 0-1 from 3. That 3 was so ugly. He hit the bottom of the backboard. Come on, Draymond. You gotta do better than that, man. 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Really good game for Draymond. Oh man, I'm losing my voice. Kevon Looney. Come on, Kevon. Elijah Wan. 6 of 6 on the night for Kevon Looney. Listen, no shade on you, Kevon, but I remember when Kevon Looney couldn't even make a layup. I remember when you passed the ball to Kevon Looney, it took him about 3 seconds to load up, try to dunk that ball. Now, give him the pass, he's yamming it, teabagging folks out there. So shout out to Kevon, man. He's made huge strides since he's come into the league. And getting 12 points from Looney tonight and 7 rebounds and 3 steals? Am I seeing that right? A block, 3 steals, 2 assists, and 7 boards and 12 points. Absolutely. Kevon Looney. Great game from you, my brother. One guy who kind of hasn't got it going yet, and the Celtics should be nervous, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, 11 points tonight, 4 of 19. That's 21% for Klay. 1 of 8 from 3. Perfect from the free throw line. But we basically blew the Celtics out by 20 tonight with the off game from Klay. That would worry me if I'm a Celtics fan. If I'm a Celtics coach, if I'm a Celtics player, I'm looking like they gave us a good shot tonight, but they weren't even clicking on all cylinders. Klay, he really didn't have it tonight. So Klay gets going, man. This series could turn real ugly for the Celtics. It could turn real ugly because Klay haven't even got going yet. I'm just saying. Of course, Wardell, Steph Curry, 5 of 12 from 3 tonight. 5 big threes. 29 points in 3 quarters. Didn't play the 4th quarter at all. It was unnecessary. Sat him on the bench. He was able to put the towel over his head. Just cheerlead for the last 12 minutes of the game. He was 9 of 21 from the field. He had missed a free throw tonight. Another one, man. 6 of 7 from the free throw line. 6 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, a couple turnovers. Huge for the Warriors tonight. Turnover category 12. That was my magic number for the Warriors, by the way. Stay 12 turnovers or under. Once they start getting up over 15, too loose with the ball, too many layups in transition for the other team, and not enough shots. You don't get enough shots yourself when you're turning the ball over that much. So really, really a nice and crisp game from the Warriors. You didn't see them throwing all wild passes and things like that. You saw a couple, but for the most part, a pretty clean game as far as not turning the ball over for the Warriors. 12 turnovers is always my barometer for how well the Warriors are playing and how well they are valuing the ball offensively. Let's see. One more guy. Got it going tonight in the second half. Pool party. My MIP, most improved player this season, Jordan Poole. The pool party himself. He got it going in the 3rd quarter. He was only put in like the last minute of the 3rd, but you can see a little bounce in his step. He had a little something for him tonight, Poole. Some people been getting on him, say, "Oh, what is he doing? He's out there messing up. He's young, y'all. He's young, just a baby. Just a, he's just a baby. Leave him alone. He's still learning his first time in the finals. See, I'm sure they talked to him after game one. Hey, man, we just need you to do what you've been doing all year. You ain't got to do extra. You ain't got to try to do more. Just do what you've been doing, man. Blow past your defender. If you got the layup, take it. If you don't, make a play for somebody else. If you got the open three, shoot that thing. And that's what he did tonight. Nice bounce back game from Jordan Poole. He was 5 of 9 from three. That's 55.6% from three. And that's with the 39-foot bomb he hit at the end of the third quarter. He was 6 of 14 from the field tonight, which is, pretty good. 42% for the night. He ended up with 17 points. He did have 3 turnovers, but he had 2 steals, 3 assists, and a couple rebounds for us tonight. So really, really nice bounce back game from Jordan Poole. His presence was felt tonight, and we're going to need him going into Boston. We're going to need all hands on deck because we know that Boston crowd's going to be going crazy. They're going to be going rabid, and we got to get at least one in Boston. At least one. We got to get at least one, and preferably the first one, the game 3. I'm going to put all the pressure on Boston in game 4. So let's go back and get game 3 in Boston and go up 2-1 on these guys. Really solid game all the way around. Like I said, Clay had a bit of an off night, but everybody else, stepped up, and that's what it's all about. It's all about lifting guys. You having an off night? Okay, we're gonna carry you tonight, Clay. It's all right, because we know you carried us before. So if Clay needs to be carried right now, that's okay, because we know we can count on him. We can count on him. He's a warrior at heart. Clay's gonna be all right. We're not worried about Clay. Some other contributions, like I said, Gary Payton II, Young Glove. Great to see him out there tonight. He was 3 of 3 from the field, hit a 3-pointer, and he had 7 points. But he was a plus 15 tonight. He only scored 7 points, but he was a plus 15 tonight. Love it. Otto Porter Jr. was a plus 24. That's amazing. He only hit one shot. He only hit one shot. He made it 3, but he was a plus 24 tonight. And then Belitza actually played some really good minutes for us as well. Been seeing Belitza in the lineup a lot more later on in the playoffs. He's a veteran player. He's a bigger guy, and he's he's an athletic big guy too. He's not really slow. He can get up and down the court. He can actually stretch the floor. He can play make a little bit. He can give you some solid defense down there. Be a presence, a body. He's not a shot blocker by any stretch of the imagination, but he's been giving us some really solid minutes. When Looney, gets a little tired, and when we need to sub him out, but to still have a big presence in there. So shout out to Belitza, man, for coming in and playing some solid minutes. He had 6 points tonight. Played 10 minutes. He was 3 or 4 from the field. You haven't seen him stretch the floor yet with the threes, because a lot of people are on him about shooting a lot of threes, but traditionally he's been really good from the 3-point line on other teams, but just haven't really found his stroke with the Warriors. But he was kind of really good around the basket tonight. Made some nice layups, finished around the rim. He had 5 big boards for us. That's huge. Big guy, come in, you got to rebound. He's been doing that for us as well. So shout out to Belitza, like I said, man. Thanks for giving us 10 minutes tonight. We needed it. We need all of them. And all the rest of the guys kind of got in during garbage time. Moses Moody, JTA, Damian Lee, and Jonathan Kuminga. So Warriors, man, tie up the series 1-1 tonight, and chasing her. Beat the Boston Celtics 107-88. My player of the game tonight, I'm going to go Draymond Green. He set the tone early with his physicality, with his with the chip, chip on his shoulder. that he has. He played with force, and he was just a nuisance for them. You could tell he was getting under people's skin. There was chirping, there was talking. Grant Williams, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. He got under all their skins tonight. So by all means, Draymond, by all means, brother, keep doing that. if if they're gonna be distracted and they're gonna try to jaw with you and chirp with you, man, do what you do, Draymond. Just don't miss a game. Just don't get kicked out. Just don't get ejected. You know what I'm saying? Know where to draw the line, because we need you out there on the court. But Draymond Green, my player of the game tonight, he set the tone. Steph Curry led the Warriors tonight with 29 points in three quarters, but Draymond Green, my player of the game, because he came out with the heart and set the tone. So it's your boy, Let Us Pray. Hope you're having a blessed and a prosperous day. Go Dubs. Going back to Boston. Tied up 1-1. Next game on Wednesday night. Press the like and subscribe button for your boy. Hit the follow. Share with your fellow Warrior fans, your friends, your family. And before I end every episode, tell those that you love them while you can. Have a blessed and a prosperous rest of your Sunday evening, the rest of your weekend. You got to go back to work tomorrow. Be blessed, y'all. Have a good night. Peace. Go Dubs.